This is a tribute to my father. A father is not a person who just talks to talk. A father is a person who actually does the walking. I take that to heart, and my father has passed down traits to me that I take on today, and I believe it makes me a better man. My father grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. As everyone knows, Cleveland, Ohio is a rough place to grow up in. It's no place for a small child like he was at the time, so he moved to Hinton, West Virginia, approaching his teen years. When he came to Summers County, Hinton, West Virginia, he became a star athlete. He excelled in two sports. One was football and one was basketball. He was an all-state player in both. My father was a man that would do anything to survive. He believed in taking care of his family and doing the things that needed to be done. My father went from construction to electricianal work at a young age. At 18, he found out that my brother was being born. And once he found that out, he decided to go on to college and pursue his football career at Ohio State. After playing one season there, he left and came back home because he felt like it was a more reasonable place for a child to be raised. And my father was diagnosed with cancer when he came back here when I was 4 years old. After surviving that part of cancer, he was in remission. And I didn't really see a part of it because I was too young. So growing up in elementary school and everything and half of middle school, I didn't get to see all the bad parts that were going on. I grew up I had a good childhood. I got anything I wanted, didn't have to lift a finger for it. But he also taught me how to earn things, but he never put me to work because he felt like where he grew up so bad, I deserved a better life and deserved the things that he didn't have as a child. Watching my father as a child was a great experience. I got to see him grow up into an adult at the same time as he was maturing because he was a young father. And it gave me a lot of motivation for when I grew up to become a great man and a great father. When I was in 7th grade, my father was diagnosed with cancer once again. My father took chemotherapy at home, so it was rough. All our family members took it differently. So my brother took it as motivation in sports. He became a great athlete, and I took it as motivation to be smart, but I also took it in some bad ways. But my father was always there by my side to pick me up when I was down, even though he was sick. Approaching my high school years, my father was given 4 months to live. Nobody knew how to take it, but my dad always seemed to stay strong. He stayed positive. He didn't look at the bad things. He looked at all the good things that he gave out in life. I took everything in that he could possibly give me before his last breath would come along, just to let him know that I was becoming a man just like he taught me to be. Approaching my senior year in high school, I had offers on the table for football, baseball, and not only was that good news, but my dad was also put into remission. Approaching my college years, he laid a lot of things out on the table and told me to always stay humble and be grateful for the things that were laid out for me, and that everything my family members give me is things that will lead me on to better things. He taught me a lot, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. He's a great man, and there's no one in the world that can replace a father. And in my heart today, I believe the air I breathe is through him. And I'd like to thank him. And I love you, Dad. Thank you for watching.